back at the helmet setup here. We're trying to figure out best way to mount the GoPro. So one of the things I wanted to do was similar setup to a lot of the YouTube guys and moto vloggers, is have it right in the front here so that it's not above the helmet here. And what I found was that I needed to get a couple of parts, which it would include this GoPro mount. The nice thing about this one is that they sent it with, or they had it included in the GoPro Hero 8 box. It was in there, so it's a mount, and it has this little curved side here, so it's really beneficial, I guess, at this point, because with the way that the helmet itself is molded, it has a little bit of that curve, and so that adapts to that, so it's not like wonky. So one of the other things that I ended up purchasing to get this mount GoPro onto the helmet is this 3-piece kit from TOZ. It came with a couple of links here that you would be able to connect to adapt, so in case you're wanted your helmet to have a different position for the mount and wanted to get some free range and motion, this 3-piece kit would allow you to set it up. Additionally, I purchased this 90-degree arm here, and the pieces that came with it were all kind of these replica knockoff GoPro hardware pieces. So I also got some thread locker to help with that, and I also ended up getting a little bit longer, so a 1-inch with a hex nut to fit, so in case I do need that additional length and ability to tighten it up, it's still sleek, it's still small and short, and I'm still able to fit them in and make it look as minimalist as possible. Again, these are kind of bulky and big, and so to avoid all that, just try to buy something a little bit smaller of hardware so that it works and it minimizes what stands out. Alright, so a couple of updates here with the GoPro setup for the helmet. It's a couple of days past when I first started this, and I've come to the realization that I had to make some adjustments and kind of clean it up and fix it. First thing was that this pad here that holds the clip, the 3M adhesive, was really not holding well on the helmet itself. So what I ended up doing was actually pulling it off and taking the adhesive backing off, and then I ended up getting some of this epoxy plastic bonder that I mixed up and then put directly onto the plastic. One of the other things that I did was I removed the piece of the clip holder here. Instead of having it located right on this bottom edge, I relocated it slightly higher and at an angle to better position the mounts. I didn't end up using all of the pieces of the 3-piece set, just 2 of them, because it allowed just the right amount of distance from that mount to the center grill portion of the helmet. One of the other things that I had an issue with was this buckle clip that came with the GoPro Hero 8 bundle pack. The bottom portion here where it holds the nut, it completely broke off when tightening the screw. If you can see the plastic there completely shredded off, and so I ordered up a new one, but what came was a little different. So as you can tell, it's really low profile on this one here, but on the one that I got, the replacement, it's a little bit longer on the arm that extends out to get that clip. It's also at a different position, so instead of having the nut go from the top down, it has it from the bottom up, which is okay with me, but for the time being that totally works. And I actually like that it's a little further out, because it allows for these pieces here to move around if I need them to, so I could get a little closer, a little further out, and then that allows me to change the camera angle if I need to. At this point, I've set it up where I think is going to be the best. Let's see what that'll look like here in a second. Yeah, so it's relatively close to the bottom there, but it's not touching. So let's mount this up, the GoPro itself, and see how it fits and looks. Yeah, so this turned out pretty good. I would say so. It has it right down the center. It's not too bulky. It doesn't look like it's going to be too intrusive. Doesn't look like it stands out too much. And if I wanted to, I could probably take it all off, given this buckle clip here, and then just all I would have would be this piece here lined up on the edge. It's black too, so all you would end up seeing is just where it holds the buckle clip, which is pretty nice, just having it minimal look on there.